step in filling out the application and deciding that you want to do this. Now that you're here, do not be afraid to shine your light. A lot of us shrink, and you guys have already decided, I want to be great. A lot of people don't believe they could be movie stars, they could be in Hollywood, right? But the fact that you've decided, I'm going to go for it, you took the first step. Now that you are here, do not be afraid to shine your light. So before we pick that camera up, we want to make sure that we are grounded in who we are.
I also like to ask you, what is your purpose? Why are you here?
My purpose is to be a storyteller and to tell stories in multiple different forms of media, whether that's through virtual reality, all the way to books and filmmaking, to in a way that really touches people, whether it's from their perspective or not.
So NPF has affected my life in such a way where I stop everything to show up. It fills my picture with blackness, with pride, with energy, with love. I need it.
So the reason why I decided to come back this year was just to take full advantage of the opportunity to be able to pour back into the next generation of filmmakers the way that my mentors did for me. So I wanted to make sure that any resource that I could provide to these students, I just wanted to be able to do that.
Really important to be involved in the lives of young people and to pour into them, not just with creative knowledge, but just as a resource, period.
This is the reality of what the power of a story can be. And when we think about the narrative power that we have, we can flip the script. We need storytellers who are going to build a pipeline so that they will be invested in the fight for social justice.
Can I get a drum roll? All right. And the winning script is Close Up.
Confusion and surprise was my first emotions about it. But me and Dakota, we probably called each other I called her 2 a.m. I was like, we won. We did it. It took me a long time for it to actually settle in. I don't think it really did until we went and shot the first scene in Legion. I was seeing everything in the diner set up. Abby did a great job, organizing the set. So it was all like a surreal feeling and just seeing it all come together.
You're in it now. Everything that we do is about preparing you to progress into the real world, to tell our stories, to take our narrative back, and be able to do it at a high level and scale. So many people are telling our stories, and what it's doing is manifesting itself in how we are being presented, received, and perpetuating to ourselves who we are in the world. So everything that I'm doing, everything that I've learned is about taking these brothers and sisters, all of you, giving you the tools you need to go out and to tell our story in the way that helps us, our children, and our children's children.
I've definitely grown. I was kind of shy, kind of closed off, but this program has definitely brought that more bubbly side back out of me, that confidence out of me, and it feels good it's like I found myself again.
Action.
I think the Nate Parker Foundation does a really good job on solidifying who we are as a people, making sure we know our history, and really diving down into a personal level so that we can all feel comfortable and really learn about ourselves. And I think that really contributes to my personal growth.
I think the most important thing for students to take away from this experience, to go back home with, is the fabric of community, the ability to find creativity, and the literal structure and discipline to find the pattern and the path to do it the right way when they can.
I'm going home and telling everybody about this experience and things that I've learned and the people that I met and the stories that they told to empower, to push us into whatever is next.
It's super awesome and it's super special, and it's awesome to see. It's a full circle moment. It really is, because I started here, had success, and now I get to pour into the next generation.
For them to turn it from 7 days to 10 days is just even better, because it's just more time to like be here and love on each other and like be sponges in terms of like, yeah, learning things about the industry and like getting your tools and stuff. But I just think as people, we just get to like pour into one another.
It was really good to kind of see people that I knew who have already been in this. And then when I got to, here at NPF, I see Elijah McNutt, and I haven't seen him in like 10 years because we went to high school together. And so, indirectly, I already kind of had this tribe of people. I just had to find it.
A huge takeaway from this is, well, first, I'm always learning. And so just to be in an environment, again, a learning and teaching environment where I was able to not only learn from the mentors and the guest speakers, but from the students themselves, because everyone has a unique journey and everyone can teach someone something here.
To students that would be coming into this later on, I would say to be prepared to have your socks knocked off, literally, because it's a lot of information, and that can be a little overwhelming at first, but when you take the time to digest it later on that night and apply it to every day, like you start, like Ms. Tweaky was saying, like once you put the glasses on, like there's no taking them off.
Norfolk's aligned with Nate Parker and his foundation and his work. So I'm here because we are aligned with his mission of social justice and transformational change. We believe that through storytelling, narratives, and the lived experience, we can change the world.
But we want to encourage you to remember what you've done, because another young person is going to come after you and they're going to benefit from what you left behind, from what you built. So we are already building and shaping tomorrow, and it's thank you for the love for Mama D, but I know from the very first day of Teens with a Purpose, it was always the young people's, their poetry, their music, their passion, their compassion that has built what we have today. So just like thanking God for bringing us together.
This program has just given me the tools to just flourish and just do great things. I'm so grateful to be a part of.
Let me say we welcome you all to just our first, not our last, film festival. We are so pleased to be in relationship with Nate Parker Foundation and Norfolk State University. I see so many of our university students, but I always remind people, these are not easy to pull off, and people work very hard. And I just want to thank one more time Dr. Newby Alexander and April Woodard, because without them, trust me, we would not have been able to do this. So can we please give them a round of applause?
New York, it is great to be in Norfolk, Virginia. The Nate Parker Foundation is a nonprofit organization that empowers young filmmakers of African descent to use film and storytelling as a vehicle for community transformation.
God knew what we needed to do for these past 10 days. And it started with that strong community. We're from different parts of the country. Some of us may know each other from Norfolk State University, but most of us didn't know each other at all. So for us to come together, not knowing each other and bond that fast, I would say it was just fate.
You all are the leaders that we've been looking for. You all are our ancestors' wildest dreams. I'm not here for the screening. I'm not here for movies. I always say movies are great. They're just a function of the things that I want to see happen in the world. And that's what I want it to be for you all. Filmmaking is a tool. It's a great responsibility and accountability. But the reason why it's so important, because the things that you point at that make it to these screens, we hold these audiences captive, are the programming and reprogramming and deprogramming that makes it so our children's children have an inheritance that is different than what we got. So understand, we're here and it's fun, we're having a good time, but you are chosen. I've told you that before and I'm gonna tell you again. You are chosen.
Now! More than ever!
More than ever!
All the brothers and sisters!
All the brothers and sisters!
Must come together!
Must come together!
All the brothers and sisters everywhere!
All the brothers and sisters everywhere!
Must see that the time is in the air!
Must see that the time is in the air!
Roman blood flows!
Roman blood flows!